In this example, we're going to do a geometric variation problem, getting a little bit closer to your real-world scenarios. When you see a variation problem, expect that there's going to be two parts to the problem. You have to use the equation that you write twice, so just expect that off the get-go. So let's write the equation. Looking at the first sentence of the problem, it says the area of a circle is directly proportional to the square of its radius. These words don't give us any direct letters that we can use, so we're going to make up our own letters. For area of a circle, we'll use A. We do know direct proportion, or like a direct variation, means to multiply the K, the constant. And the square of its radius, be sure you put the square on the radius. So it's r squared, not just the letter r, because the square is actually something mathematical. So that makes our equation A equals KR squared. The next thing we want to do is plug in the first set of given values, and typically that's the next piece of information in the problem. If the area of a circle with a radius of 7 feet is 153.86 feet squared. The numbers they gave us the radius of 7, so we're going to plug in 7 for r, and the area is 153.86. Those are the two numbers that we want to plug into our equation. Next, we're going to evaluate those numbers, and really the only thing that needs to be done is evaluating the 7 squared. Instead of K 49, I'm going to change that to 49K, and then you will divide by the 49. At this point, I'm going to keep this constant as a fraction because I'm using it in part 2. That's when I want to do my rounding. I really don't want to round at this step. So hold on to that number and go over to part 2 and just write the same equation again. A equals KR squared. This time we're going to plug in K and the second set of given values. So the fraction that you found, we're going to plug that in. And in the problem, we're going to go up and see that they gave us r equals 13 for the second part. So go ahead and plug those numbers in. A equals, put your fraction in and put your 13 where r is. And when you evaluate this, you should get 530.66 feet squared. And the problem asks us to round to the nearest hundredth, so we are okay with 2 decimal places, and that's the final answer.